Nowadays, I watch about every round of every YCS or every major event, but I didn't really do that back in the day when I first started playing. I really got into the game when I was in college. Dragon Ruler format was when I first started. As I started getting into it a little bit, started going to locals every week, I really wasn't paying attention to what the competitive metagame looked like, and that's why I kind of want to revisit it now. I want to go back and watch some of the highlights from the major events that were happening at the time. In this video series, we're going to go back and watch some of the previous YCSs that haven't been seen in 9 or 10 years, at least starting back then around 2014, because that's honestly the oldest I could find in good quality where it was streamed. In this one, I have YCS London final of 2014, a Shaddolls mirror match. We're going to check this match out and kind of admire the stream quality of back in the day, where they actually showed what cards were in hand and stuff like that. The stream starts off with Marcelo on the left, just setting 3 and passing. So it looked like Marcelo went first. He set 3 and passed, and he has Shaddolls Core, Sinister Shadow Games, and Artifact Sanctum set. And then just a second ago, it said he had 2 Shaddolls Fusions in hand, like 2 copies of Shaddolls Fusion. On the right, we have Dominic starting off with normal summon Mathematician, using effect to send to the graveyard. Now we're sending Squamatus, which will send Beast to try to draw a card, and then Dominic will try to put some damage on board. Now, if you haven't seen these cards in a while, I'll try my best to kind of explain what they're going to try to do, but yeah, essentially Mathematician is just like a normal summon, sends any level 4 lower to the graveyard, and then we're going to respond to the attack on Marcelo's side with an Artifact Sanctum, which summons out an artifact monster from deck, summoning out Artifact Moral Talk, which when it's summoned on your opponent's turn can destroy a face-up card on the field. So Moral Talk was an incredibly powerful tool back in this time, because it is not only, you know, just strong in its own effect, but it's also a light monster that works with Shaddolls, because it can be used as material for El Shaddolls construct. Now Marcelo is going to normal summon the Mathematician, but it gets hit with effect failure, but that's okay. We are putting pressure on the board. Moral Attack's 2100 attack, Mathematician's 1400 attack, so we have Dominic down, or is maybe 1500. So we have Dominic down to 4400. And then we go set 1 and pass. Now you're going to see kind of an interesting mini game here in the Shaddolls mirror matches, where Shaddolls Fusion is very strong if your opponent controls an extra deck monster. So you're kind of hesitant to summon out something from the extra deck and just leave it on board, because then your opponent can really go off with Shaddolls Fusion. So we're going to see how many extra deck monsters these people actually summon, and you really only want to do it when you're going for game, or if you can set up window maybe, because window will actually kind of stop your opponent a little bit. But anyway, let's see what Marcelo is going to do here. We're just going to try to swing. We swing into a Shaddolls Falco, which is going to set a Shaddolls Beast from the graveyard. We're going to attack into the Beast, flip it up. So Dominic gets to draw 2 cards and discard 1. And we're going to discard the other Beast, which is, I mean, if you're discarding a Beast for no effect, your hand has got to be pretty decent. Marcelo is also going to set 1 in main phase 2 before moving on to Dominic's turn. So, yeah, we have Marcelo kind of in the driver's seat, but I don't know. Dominic has a lot of cards in hand, so let's kind of see what we can do. And we drop the Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the beginning. So this was the power card back in the day. Any deck that can play BLS was going to play it. It's came out in like 2005, and it was on and off the ban list up until this point in 2014. So like 10 years running, it's been a very strong card. Let's see, we had Marcelo flip up, I believe it was Sinister Shadow Games, and then is met with a Wiretap on the side of Dominic. So Wiretap is a counter trap card that negates the activation of a trap card and shuffles it back into the deck. And Wiretap is an especially important card in this format, because Artifact Sanctum, when it's destroyed, gets to pop a card on the field, but Wiretap doesn't destroy when it negates, it shuffles it back in. So Wiretap is specifically played to counter the Artifact Sanctum strategy. We see Dominic setting 2, and it looks like passing turn, not attacking with the BLS. Or did we attack? Or no, we banished the set. I believe so. BLS doesn't get to attack when it attempts to banish. We see Marcelo attempt to flip up the Shaddolls core, and then we are going to see Dominic respond with the Vanity's Emptiness, locking both players out of special summoning. The Vanity's Emptiness goes to the graveyard if any of Dominic's other cards go to the graveyard. So, very strong card. You can like choose to get rid of it whenever you want. Just go, like, activate a spell card, and then when the spell goes to grave, Vanities goes to grave too. Incredibly powerful card. Obviously, it's been banned for a long time. I think since around 2015 or so. I think we still see it a couple more formats after this particular YCS, but yeah, this is one of the last YCSs, probably before the hand cards come out and the Trap Tricks cards really take over, and we switch into a hat format, which is hands, artifacts, and Trap Tricks. But yeah, we see kind of just the back and forth here, and both players are either unable to go into the extra deck or just choosing not to try to avoid giving their opponent any kind of advantage. Let's see what Dominic decides to do, because he's kind of in the driver's seat. Even though he's down on life, he has that Blackluster Soldier, and it is going to put in works here. So, you know, every turn we can see Dominic just get advantage off the BLS. Armageddonite's going to send the Shaddolls Beast here, and then Beast is going to be able to draw a card for Dominic here. And let's see if he's able to go into anything. Because the card went to the graveyard, Vanity's Emptiness is also going to the graveyard, so Dominic is available to special summon now himself. We see Armageddonite attempting to attack into Mathematician, and we have Artifact Sanctum flipped up, summoning out another Moral Talk, popping the Blackluster Soldier. So pretty strong play there. We see Marcelo kind of regaining a little bit of control, but Dominic does have 3 sets, so I'm not really sure where we can go with that. Oh, it shows what the sets are. So one is a set Artifact Moral Talk, one's a set Sanctum, and one's a Sinister Shadow Games, and then we have one more set which is Super Poly. So right now I don't think anything is super polyable until someone puts a Shaddolls on board, and then we can super poly into El Shaddolls Construct. But we have Marcelo activating the Shaddolls Fusion, infusing off the Hedgehog and the Moral Talk for a copy of El Shaddolls Construct. We're going to see Hedgehog be able to search a Shaddolls monster here, and then Construct being able to dump one from the deck. So let's see what we can get into at this particular point. At any time, Dominic can super poly away that Construct and Moral Talk for a construct of his own. So that's going to be a pretty powerful play. We have Hedgehog searching the Shaddolls Beast, and then we're going to summon out something in defense. So I'm guessing we dumped the Shaddolls Falco, and that's a Falco setback. But let's go ahead and see what we have going on. Yeah, it says it on the right side over there. Shaddolls Falco is set. We have Moral Talk going to attack mode, attacking with the Construct. And let's see, do we see the Super Poly here? Yes, we do. Discarding a trap card of some kind. I don't know what that is. And going into a El Shaddolls Construct of Dominic's own. Dumping the Shaddolls Hedgehog, which is going to allow Dominic to search out. That looks like a Shaddolls Dragon, maybe. So that's a pretty powerful play. Just a complete turnaround of the board state. But Marcelo is still on 8,000, and if Dominic cannot, attack for game next turn, I think Marcelo has another Shaddolls Fusion in hand and will be able to use materials from deck. So that will be a huge swing in momentum back and forth. It's one of the coolest things about that particular format, honestly. And I wish, Shaddolls Fusion could still be played in the modern day and, to some kind of success. It actually came up a little bit in one of the Tearlament formats, like after it got nerfed a little bit. I forget who was playing. I think Shunping was playing it with, to send the Ishizu cards plus a tier monster, an Ishizu card plus a Shaddolls to mill 5, pop a card. It was pretty nice. Anyway, I'm missing what's going on a little bit. I think we have a set Falco somehow. And let's see what he decides to do over there. We do need to start putting some pressure on. We're going to attack with the Shaddolls construct, which is going to flip up a Falco, I believe. But if that's a Falco, why wouldn't we attack it with the... oh no, does construct destroy that? Like, is it treated as special summoned? Because then construct would automatically destroy that Falco. So that would be pretty nice play, but it looks like Falco still flips up. I think that's what they're discussing right now. I don't really know what's happening or what the decision is, but it looks like Falco is not destroyed for some reason. So, okay. Now we have Marcelo activating the Shaddolls fusion, and because Dominic controls a construct summon from the extra deck, Shaddolls fusion will be able to use materials from the deck. So interested to see if we see any tech cards coming in here. I believe this must be before El Shaddolls fusion came out, before Mage Trick Clown came out. So we see a Squamata send here. And let's see what the other card is. Probably another artifact here, looks like. Looks like we're just going to send another Moral Talk. Debating on the materials. Already sent the Shaddolls. It's got to be a light, right? Debating on Beast or Moral Talk. So if you go into Window, what's that going to do for you? Alright, well he sends Beast and a Squamata, so we're going into a Shaddolls window. And now let's see. Beast is going to activate to draw, and Squamata is going to activate to Foolish. Are we going to dump like a Dragon or something and start trying to clear out that back row? But Dragon into blind back row is very tough because of the artifact cards. So, you know, if you hit an artifact card, you're kind of toast. You know, it's just free advantage for... you know, the controller of the artifact, so that's pretty good. But it looks like we dumped a Hedgehog. Hedgehog got a search. I don't know what it was because they changed the camera view, but it says cards in hand for Marcelo are Shaddolls Beast, Trap Stun, and Solemn Warning. So those are pretty strong cards, but you know, Dominic has a huge board, and they're burning through the Shaddolls monsters in deck pretty quickly. So I'd be interested to see how each player decides to get through this, or how Marcelo plans to get through 4 sets plus 3 back row. There's the Artifact Sanctum, summoning out a Moral Talk. Moral Talk is going to pop what? The Falco? Because that's Dominic's only special summon for this turn. Is Moral Talk going to pop anything? Does not appear so. Okay. I don't know why we did that. It must have been like end phase or something, because Winda can just swing over that Moral Talk for no reason. Why would we summon that Moral Talk? Compulse on the Falco. Okay. And it's also funny, you'll see back in this time, the zones don't matter, so the players move around their cards between zone to zone, not really caring because it doesn't matter. No card effects come up related to zones, and it just doesn't matter to the game state. There's the Winda attacking into the Falco, and then we go Black Rose Dragon to clear the board. What a change of events that is. Wow. Alright, well, the Moral Talk that got destroyed from the back row got summoned out. You know, Marcelo has 3 sets. One's a Trap Stun, one's a Solemn Warning. The Moral Talk swung in for 2100 damage. But that Black Rose was huge. Flip up, what is that? Shaddolls Core? I believe so. Okay, so Shaddolls Core summons itself out. I think that has a bigger defense than Moral Talk's attack, so there's a Shaddolls fusion. Flips the emptiness. Flips the Trap Stun. That's insane, because now Marcelo can summon out whatever he wants. and while the emptiness is negated, but now when it switches back to Dominic's turn, emptiness will still be up, and Dominic will not be able to just special summon. He'll have to clear out his own emptiness first. That is an incredible play, and just like an incredible set of cards that Marcelo has. I also don't think there's any timer associated with this match. So, yeah, I don't see any timer going on. I don't know what's going on with this Shaddolls fusion here. And I don't know why Core is still in the back row or what's happening, but we go into a window. Oh, because of the trap stun. The trap stun like turned off the Core. So he couldn't use that as material because it's not a monster anymore. That's interesting. Okay. Oops, dropped a card. Let's see what Marcelo is going to do here. Is window the same size as Mortal Attack, or is it bigger by 100? I thought it was bigger by 100. Yeah, attack, attack. Is that a normal summon Falco? Nope, that's a dragon, according to the right side here. That's a big attack, so we're down to 2,400 on Dominic's side, and he has to out his own emptiness. He sets one card. Sets a monster. That better be a good monster. Squamata, that's pretty good. That clears a card, right? What's the flip? I'm reading this thing. Flip. Target one monster on the field. Destroy it. Window can't be destroyed by card effect. So I think he just attack. Well, it's still not game just yet. Mathematician, that's huge. That's gonna be game now, or it's gonna be pretty close. Okay, attack with window over the Squamata. Squamata flips up, gets to destroy one. So probably gonna destroy the Mathematician. Oh no, it destroys the Falco. Or the dragon. The dragon destroys the, well, destroys nothing. Okay, and then the solemn warning for the Shaddolls fusion follow-up by Dominic. Marcelo takes an awesome game one. That was a very long game one, but that Black Rose Dragon to completely turn the tides. Dominic summoned out a BLS like way early in the duel, and let's also note how many turns that game was. Compare that to modern day Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Where games are basically decided by turn 2. In this one, like, we had like 10 turns per player. So that was some good stuff. I'm going to skip ahead to the start of game number 2 here. The judges or whoever is casting is seeing what cards are in hand. Okay, let's look at this. We have Marcelo with Ryza the Storm Monarch in the hand. We have a Mathematician. Okay, Mathematician to send. Let's see what we send here. What is that? What did he send? A Felice. Okay. A Lightsworn Felice. Are we just going to go straight for a Black Rose again? There's Sanctum. Sanctum for Mortal Attack. We're trying to just keep him off the Black Rose, I'm guessing. Mortal Attack is going to pop which? The Felice. Okay. Attack the Squamata. Squamata pops the Math. Set 2. Majesty's Fiend in the hand of Dominic. Like, we're playing tribute summons in 2014. There's a normal summon Majesty's Fiend. That's tough. Monster effects cannot be activated. Okay. How does Marcelo out this? I mean, good thing there's a lot of traps. But I don't know. Because I think he has a compulsory evacuation device. In hand or set. I think I remember seeing that. So at whatever time is convenient, he's just going to compulse back that Majesty's Fiend, I'm guessing. There's Super Poly. Wow. Alright. That's one way to out it too. We get Construct. I mean, it's worth it. He did use a lot of his card economy though. And if Dominic has a Shaddolls Fusion, Marcel's in a tough spot. But I don't think he does. It tries to attack directly. Moral Attack pops the Construct. Construct can add back the Shaddolls Fusion, I'm guessing. Did we do that? Oh no, we didn't use Shaddolls Fusion, we used Super Poly. Ooh, that's tough. Okay, Moral Attack. Where are we gonna go with this team? Normal Summon Math. Mathematician is one of my favorite cards, man. It's such a cool card. It's like Armageddon Knight for any attribute, as long as it's level 4 or lower. Do we send Beast or do we send Squamata Beast? I think it has to send 4 or lower, right? Anyway, there's the Blackluster Soldier coming down. Clutch again. Dominic opening one of the power cards in his deck 2 games in a row, but game 1 it didn't win him the game, so let's see if it does the trick here. Do you take the risk and attack into that face down to try to do damage, or do you banish it and take the safe play? I think I gotta ban it. You gotta banish it. You gotta get make sure Marcel doesn't get advantage here. I mean, if it's Squamata, you lose, but if it's anything else, do you win? That's a Falco also stops you from just gaming. Math plus Moral Attack here. Oh, there's a Compulse on the Moral Attack, okay. Save some life points. Fair. Set 2 by Dominic. Okay, we have Monarch, Stormforth, and Ryza in the hand, so that's insane. Nope. Marcelo scoops it up. Just doesn't have the game. So we're going on to a game 3. Very cool. Alright, on to a game 3 now. Let's see who's starting. Marcelo has Shaddolls Fusion, Mathematician, Squamata, Compulse, and Wiretap in hand. Pretty solid hand. Dominic has Sinister, Shadow Games, Wiretap, Trap Stun, Shaddolls Squamata, and Shaddolls Fusion. Alright, so we have 2 outs to trap cards in Dominic's side. And it's fun. It's incredible how different it is from today's game. Like, if you were going second and you're playing cards, like, you're still playing trap cards that counter other trap cards while going second, you'd be insane in the modern game. Like, you would never last to activate those cards. But here, where we're setting 2 and set a monster pass, it's awesome. Okay, we're gonna set 4 on Dominic's side. One's a Breakthrough Skill. Oh, I love Breakthrough Skill. Oh, that's one of my favorite cards too. It's like the old school. Like if you play now, Black Goat Laughs, right? It's like the original one of those. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. We're gonna flip summon the Squamata. It's gonna be able to pop a monster. We're gonna Breakthrough Skill that, so that negates the Squamata. Thinking in Response. Thinking in Response. Is it really worth it? Like, I guess Dominic's trying to save his monster so that he can tribute summon next turn. Does he have a tribute monster? I forget. But Squamata popping his monster will get him the effect. Or he really needs that effect to resolve the flip, like with a flip. So, okay. Breakthrough skill resolves. I'm guessing we're going to see Squamata attack into this set. What are we going to do, buddy? Normal summon math. That's pretty good too. Math effect. Send Felice. We're going to go for the Black Rose play again. And that's fair enough. Or do you go for something else like Michael, the Lightsworn guy? Or we're going to Felice Tribute to Pop. So we're trying to pop that monster. Like, obviously, if Dominic tried to protect the monster earlier, it must be worth, like, popping, I guess. So that's interesting. What are we going to get here? Sinister Shadow Games is available. Dominic has a Squamata set. So if it gets popped, you get to send any Shaddolls from the deck to grave. But if it gets flipped, you destroy a monster. Like, are we really trying to protect it that much to flip it? Like, what is going on? What can you respond with? Sinister Shadow Games, I guess, but it would still get destroyed. You still wouldn't get flip effect. What are we trying to do? Okay, Squamata effect. Marcella Mills 3 hits a one Shaddolls monster. I don't know which one it was. Squamata effect to send is going to send what? Probably a Hedgehog or a Beast. Or a Falco if you really want to protect and save damage. I don't think there's time involved right now. I'm going to send a Beast to draw one. Okay. Attacks with math. I mean, what can you do? You can't even... There's nothing to activate, right? Unless we're in like a time situation where first damage is game. That's why you were protecting your monster so hard. Is that it? That must have been it. We must have been in time. Yeah, that was it. They were in time. So Marcel, the first damage just wins. And that's why Dominic was trying so hard to protect the Squamata from being destroyed. That was a great match. Like, compared to today's games where we just watch Snake Eye Fiendsmith Solitaire for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes gets you like 4 turns of back and forth. And I think that's awesome. And I hope the game returns to this kind of style. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this match in the comments below. And let me know if you are enjoying this idea of reviewing older YCS's golden age of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day, 2014, going forward. I really am excited to get into Hat format, Necros format, Pepe format. That's where I left the game. Not because I didn't like it, just because I stopped playing. And yeah, I'm really excited to go through all of those kind of like YCS eras. So let me know what you guys think of this video idea. We'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you soon.